What's up, everyone? Welcome to Vinyl Days, episode 2. Today I'm going to talk about my recent purchases. I went today to a record convention at a hotel, and there was probably a good 150 dealers. Found a lot of good stuff. Passed a lot of good stuff up because of quality. Sometimes it's hard to find fair prices, I guess. But it's nice when you're at a record convention, you can always haggle. You can always get prices down. So that's definitely nice. I think I picked up 9 albums in total today, and I'm pretty happy with what I picked up. First thing I picked up is an album I've been looking for forever. It is U2's Rattle and Hum. I don't know. I own pretty much all of U2's discography up to like about 2000, and then it becomes really expensive and really hard to find. But yeah, this album has just eluded me somehow, and I found a copy that was pretty much near mint. So pretty excited about that. It's produced by Jimmy Iovine, so great producer. I know they did a lot of work with Eno and a lot of work with Lanois. I don't know about Eno, actually. I know they did a lot of work with Daniel Lanois, but Lanois, Eno, they all have a pretty distinguished sound. They've all do a lot of production, great stuff. So yeah, pretty excited to have this in my collection. Pretty excited to have found a copy that's in such good state as that. Okay, moving along. Speaking of Daniel Lanois, So by Peter Gabriel, and now this is a great album to just test. If you just have something you want to test out, so many speakers, you want to test out their system, put this record on. It has fantastic bass, it has fantastic treble, high, everything about this record. It's pressed so beautifully, it sounds so good on vinyl. I actually have a copy of this, but in your eyes, you can tell that it's been needle dropped 1,000 times, so it's nice to have an actual good, like, near mint pressing of this. And I think I paid $3 for it, so you can't really beat that. Peter Gabriel, So. Next up, Overnight Sensation, Frank Zappa. I don't own this album. I don't own a lot of Zappa besides, I think the only Zappa album I actually own is Apostrophe. But this is actually my favorite Zappa album, and I was excited to find a copy for $20 is what it was marked. I paid $10. Talked him down to 10. It's a fantastic shape. It's a repress, but so what? I mean, it's literally has barely any wear. It has a little wear at the top, but I mean, the record looked great. The record is definitely a very good plus. I threw it on today, and it sounds fantastic. So excited to add this to the collection. Frank Zappa and the Mothers, Overnight Sensation. It's a great one. And then really excited to add this. And if you don't know me, I'm a huge Dylan Springsteen fan. So I found a Dylan bootleg today. Hanging in the Balance is the name of the bootleg, and it's a 1983 live set, I believe 83. It's a live set from Dylan during his gospel years. So it's a little bit different than if you've heard Hard Rain or I'm trying to think if you've heard like Saved. It sounds more gospel-y. There's definitely some heavier vocals on it, some different vocals on it than what you come to expect. But yeah, it's a great 2 LP set here. I mean, the pressing is, look at the cover. It's just fantastic. It's in great shape. It sounds great. I've actually thrown it on, listened to a little bit of it. It has a lot of songs you don't normally expect to hear. Man Gave Name to All the Animals. Let's see, what else we have? In the Summertime. Dead Man. Let's Begin. Lenny Bruce is Dead. Solid Rock. Watered Down Love, In the Garden, and it has obviously songs you expect Dylan to play live, like Rolling Stone, Maggie's Farm, Girl from the North Country, Forever Young, Slow Train Coming. So, that's another good live one. Mr. Tambourine Man, Blowing in the Wind, It Ain't Me, Babe, Knocking on Heaven's Door. Some great stuff on this. Pretty excited to actually add this to my collection. I almost passed it up, and I was like, you know what? Too big of a Dylan fan to pass this up. Cost me $30. Bootlegs are crazy expensive for some reason. Probably because they're so rare and they're so hard to find and few and far between. But I don't know. It's kind of a crapshoot when it comes to bootlegs, and that's definitely. It's hard for me to want to spend the $25, $30 on a bootleg when you don't know what it's going to sound like. And I have a lot of Springsteen bootlegs that are great. I have a lot that are just terrible pressings. Same for Bob Dylan. I have a lot of great bootlegs, a lot of audience bootlegs that still sound fantastic. I have a couple that are just almost unlistenable, terrible, but. It's really hard. It's nice now with Discogs. You can just jump on the app, see the reviews. People like the album. Usually I pick it up. But yeah, it's fun to listen to bootlegs, especially for artists you really like. But yeah, Next up, I picked up these two albums. They're two compilation albums. I have been listening to a lot of him recently, and actually Michael Fremer just posted a video not too long ago unboxing the box set from the MGM years of Roy Orbison. And so, I've been listening to so much of him recently, I figured I had to pick it up. I just saw Blue Velvet not that long ago. Great movie. Great use of the song In Dreams. If you haven't seen Blue Velvet, definitely check it out. But I picked these two compilations up. Between the two, I think it has pretty much most of the songs I'd want to hear, barring like the late '80s and Roy Orbison revival stuff. But this pressing isn't very good. It's mediocre. This one sounds absolutely phenomenal. But for $6, I mean, you can't beat having two Roy Orbisons added to my collection. And then another artist I don't have any in my collection. I don't have them at all. Best of Ritchie Valens. So that's a pretty exciting little find for $6. La Bamba, Come On, Let's Go. I mean, it has obviously the classics, but one of the people who died in the day the music died. He died in a plane crash. So I don't have a lot of Buddy Holly, and I definitely don't have any Big Bopper, although I'd love to change that. Hopefully I can get some Chantilly lace in my collection. But coming up next, Dion, Run Around Sue. Fantastic album. I love this album. I mean, there's not much to say about it. It's just a classic album. This is a first pressing. It's in beautiful shape. I mean, I was excited to find this for, I think it was listed as 20. I think I talked him down to 12. So that's not bad at all for a first pressing that is literally in pristine condition. And it sounds pretty good. I was, it's not the best sounding record. It's definitely not recorded the best sounding, but it's definitely a good album to have in my collection. I'm excited to have it. I love Dion, so not bad there. And last but not least, the man himself, the legend, Bo Diddley. Another compilation, probably from the 80s. A lot of compilations, and I'm usually wary of buying compilations, but, Chess Records, this is released on Chess Records label, usually puts out pretty good quality stuff, and I put this on the turntable today. It sounds absolutely phenomenal. So, I mean, I'm glad that I picked this up. And it's missing a few songs. Diddly Bo Diddly. I would like to have that. Or Diddly Wad Diddly, I think it's called. But, I'd like to have those songs. Maybe the original albums, but, you get what you can get. And I was excited to find this. So I'm excited to have some Bo Diddley in my collection. And then finally, this didn't come through today's purchases, but I actually ordered this through Classic Wax Records. So definitely check them out if you get a chance. Fantastic label out of Texas. They have been putting out releases from the Coal Creek Boys, who they made this specifically for their Instagram followers, and it's basically pressed on bourbon stained vinyl. This is the color of the vinyl here, but it's a kind of classic country western album that's it's very, very hard country sounding. Like, it's very original country sounding. It's definitely something, if you haven't heard it and you like country music, to check out. Not a huge country music fan, but I love everything the Coal Creek Boys have there. Here, it's pretty nice. It's bourbon stained vinyl there, so that's pretty cool too. And all of them are numbered 250. I got number 53 here. And if you haven't heard old school country in a while and you're digging some old school country, definitely check out the Coal Creek Boys, because it's very, very country western music. Very, very heart country. So yeah, pretty awesome stuff. They sent you the poster, they send you the album, they send you a coaster, they send you a sticker, and they really treat you right when you order from CW Records. So excited to add this to my collection. I'll show you the pressing. I thoroughly enjoy it and I highly recommend it. So if you guys have any recommendations for me, and you can post them below. You can send them to me. I'll check them out. I love checking out new music. So this channel is going to kind of evolve as we go. I'm kind of running on the fly. I'm learning as I go. But basically, the idea is we're going to be reviewing, my digs. We're going to be reviewing what I find out in the wild. I'll probably do 1 or 2 of those a month. And I don't want to overload you guys with that, but it's fun. Then I'll do also do album reviews of lesser known albums. It's not just going to be album reviews. It's going to be pressing reviews. I'm going to talk about a lot more than just the album itself, production, all that stuff. And then we'll also go into some gear reviews possibly, and maybe some other assorted stuff throughout. So yeah, if you like what you've seen, you like the 2 videos already, definitely give me a like, subscribe. Check me out on Instagram. I have a big following there. I post all the time. Vinyl Days. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
Chicken head, man. I love chicken head.